I just want to say it has been my pleasure and privilege to play with the best players in punk rock now. Brian Baker, Jay Bentley, Brooks Wackerman, Greg Hetson, and of course my partner Brett Gurwitz. But the great privilege of all, of course, is being able to play for you guys for so long. And thank you so much for coming. And thanks. Hope we'll see you next time along the way. I refuse to abuse what is kind to the views, but it's there and it's happening to me along the way. As we go through the snow, we cannot forget our foes, but dinner's always waiting at the table along the way. What you see, not for me, isn't what you plan to be, but you'll have what you wanted in the end along the way. And we'll cry as we try, and our brothers pass us by. We strong through the ages of our tears along the way. Now we grow as we show that the morals we must know be shapen and mistaken by the falls along the way. But regret, don't forget to find love and happiness, unless you're willing to be strong when they're gone along the way. Like Tommy, you are free, you will not follow me, but we'll see each other once more on the path along the way. I'm not a very good commentator on the legacy of Bad Religion, only because I've distanced myself from the punk culture.
We took a sound from a small scene, right, a small local scene, and through Epitaph we kind of brought it to the world and popularized it. We didn't invent it.
Minor Threat really did invent a certain that certain tempo which we stole from the Bad Brains, but just refined it a little bit. Or just messed with it a little bit. That whole hardcore thing, I think Minor Threat is one of the bands that would be identified as the beginning of that, and I'm very proud of it. The only downside of the Minor Threat is when straight edge went tragically wrong and turned into, you know, marauding gangs of vegans smacking drinks out of people's hands, which it was never the intention. I mean, it was just one of our songs that preached sane personal politics, but it was never supposed to be some sort of, you know, youth movement in any way, shape, or form. Bad Religion, that legacy will be join the best band you can find and don't quit. That one's easy.
As I've gotten older, I always have to justify why I'm going up on stage each night. To me, it's because I'm not a peer to these people. I'm not their peer anymore. I'm not someone who relates to them on their own terms. I think I relate to them because I symbolize something to them. And I hope it's something uplifting and hopeful.
The legacy of Bad Religion will probably, it'll be twofold. It would probably be fairly intertwined with Epitaph Records, and it would probably hinge a lot on our catalog. That, you know, we have 15 albums out and 25 years as a band. That's a long time for any kind of music, especially this.
You know, through punk music, the world has become alive to me. I've learned more about the world because of the punk ethic that I grew up with. I hope that same ethic can do the same for the audience.
A lot of my friends who are in bands who are just, you know, huge and have become superstars have told me that, you know, my band was important to them and was, you know, influenced them in coming up. So I guess we do have some kind of an influence.
I know people talk about us as being influential. And I understand that. I can't really allow myself to think like that because it skews your head. And you start thinking that you're doing something important, and the minute you think that, you're dead. Because you're no longer thinking that what you're doing is for you and fun.
I've gone more introverted as I've gotten older to try to make sense of the planet, make sense of our culture, make sense of our place in nature, and try and distill that in a communicable form for our audience. And so, in a way, I think that has helped Bad Religion not become stale, but it comes at a cost. And that cost is that I've become less able to comment on what's going on in the punk world. What I see in the future of Bad Religion is great hope, personal hope, that we will play fewer shows per week on tour than we are currently playing.
We never really plan more than a year ahead because no one knows what's going to happen. Of course, at this point, someone could die of old age.
The ongoing joke is 5 more years, and we've been saying that for 20 years.
I think we have a couple of good records left in us.
I'm excited about writing another album. We're doing it sort of one album at a time.
We're going to do, we're working on a double album right now.
We've always taken it really one album at a time, never really set goals, just try to write consistently good material and go with it that way.
As long as Brett and I feel inspired to write, I think we're going to come up with good albums.
What I see in the future for Bad Religion is hopefully 10 more records.
It really revolves around the idea that this is a hobby. It's become our job, which is rare, but it is still a hobby, and it's something that you have to be passionate about, and you really have to like it. You can't do it if you don't like it, because then it's a job and you're not sincere.
Most of my friends work for a living doing things that they don't like to do, and I just feel so fortunate that what I do is something that I would do for free, something that I've done my entire life. It's a privilege, and you know, it's just people don't get to do this, and I'm well aware of how rare that is, and you know, if you'll excuse the reference to a deity, I feel blessed.
I just hope that Bad Religion can continue to be a source for my creative output. And that's all I've ever looked at it as since I was a kid.
Hey, do what you want, but don't do it around me. Idleness and dissipation breed apathy. I sit on my ass a goddamn day. I'm misanthropic and avoid with nothing to say. What you must do all you can. Break all the funny rules and go to hell with Superman and die like a champion. Yeah, hey. Yeah, I don't know if the billions will survive, but I believe in God when I fight. My mind and career is mad, and I'm frightened to the core. I tear down the building just to pass through the door. So do what you must, do all you can. Break all the funny rules and go to hell with Superman and die like a champion. Yeah, hey! Yeah, hey! Control. The mind they weren't the same. To conquer was his goal, and he built his great empire. He slaughtered his own kind. They died a confused man, killed himself in his own mind. Spider-Man to control. The mind ain't one the same, to conquer was his goal. And he built his great empire, he slaughtered his own kind. The dying confused man killed himself with his own mind. But why could I, from our own arrogance, why could I, from our own arrogance, only God, from our own arrogance, why could I, from our own arrogance. Now some people, sing along with us. Father, can you hear me? How have I let you down? I curse the day that I was born, and all the sorrow in this world. Let me take you to the hurting ground, where all good men are trampled down, just to settle a bet that could not be won. Between a prideful father and his son. Will you guide me now, for I can't see a reason for the suffering and this long misery. What if every living soul could be upright and strong? Well, then I do imagine there will be, and there will be, and there will be sorrow no more. When all soldiers lay their weapons down, or when all kings and all queens relinquish their crowns, or when the only true Messiah rescues us from ourselves, it's easy to imagine there will be, and there will be, and there will be sorrow no more, no more. Oh yeah. There will be, and there will be, and there will be sorrow no more. Yeah, there will be, and there will be, and there will be sorrow no more. Thank you all so much for coming. We will see you next time. Maybe tomorrow night we'll be back here on the same stage. Thank you so much, and be careful going home. Bye bye. As I walk beneath the valley, I shall fear no evil. 'Cause thank the King George and his legal cabinet, today murder is legal. God, I know that it's wrong to kill my blood for what he hasn't done. And as a place like in the sky, it sounds like heaven is falling. It sounds like heaven is falling. You promised me a new day of dawn. See a thousand points of light, like so many points of hatred, shame, and
You might drag clothes after the show for a wet stud like myself.
Los Angeles is burning, the world is burning. Yes.
4 years old, right there. Before they had metal detectors.
People don't eat this.
This is much better than it used to be. Bad Religion's been the best band of all time, better than the Beatles.
Sometimes I think I would have, if I could have changed one thing, I think I would have stayed and played on Into the Unknown.
Maybe I would have put out a killer punk record instead of Into the Unknown. Maybe that would have elevated Bad Religion's status at the time.
I'm pretty proud of my work with Bad Religion, and granted I've been in the band for only 3.5 years, but it's definitely, you know, expanded my horizons as a musician. If anything, maybe a hairstyle would change.
Can I modify my DNA to have better hair?
I mean, I'm somebody who does not live with regrets. I feel like if you analyze the past too much, you become obsessed with the past. I can't change the past. And I can't really change the future.
I would probably not wait till like my late 20s to start taking guitar lessons.
I wouldn't change anything. Not a single thing.
At the risk of sounding arrogant, I feel the past speaks for itself.
I wouldn't trade anything that happened at all. When the band is over and we all look back at it and say, like, that was the majority of my life. That was what I did with my life. And I'm totally okay with that.
Where's my makeup? Where's my scarf? I told you.
I'm definitely grateful for the success we've had so far, and I never expected us to ever get this far in the first place.
Most importantly, if you join Bad Religion, don't leave. Just don't.
I kind of have a strong belief that everything happens for a reason. And if everything hadn't happened the way it did, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. And I love sitting here and talking to you right now. I want to be doing this. So wanting what I have is a direct result of everything that we've gone through. I wouldn't change a thing.